Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Clifton Pettyjohn. I'm a purpose strategist, author, transformation coach, and spiritual leader. I provide tools and strategies to transition individuals from a life of merely existing to living a life full of purpose. That's right, a life full of purpose. And I want you to know you're listening in today, and I want you, or tonight, or whenever you're listening, I want you to know that there is purpose to your life. Sometimes you just got to connect with the right conversationalist to help guide and direct you to understanding the purpose that lies within. Welcome back, guys. This is webinar number 11. You know, I committed to doing 12 webinars, or conducting or leading the conversation on 12 webinars this year. That's right, 12 webinars this year, one a month. And this is number 11, guys. We are almost at the finish line. And guess what, guys? I may do 13 because today we're simply doing a question and answer. So if you guys want to see an extra webinar, let me know, and we will see if that's possible to fit into our schedule, because December, guys, is quite a hectic month for me. But I made it like that because it's my birthday month, and that's how I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate empowering lives. I want to celebrate doing more than I've ever done before. Guys, I don't know if you guys know, I'm the host of Transformation Radio, okay? You hear that voice? I'm the host of Transformation Radio. We air twice a month. There's a spinoff I call Transformation Radio 2.0. Okay. So between both shows, we have 2 shows a month. For the month of December, we're having 8 mega shows. This is my birthday celebration, and I want you guys to be empowered like you've never been empowered before. So, visit the website, check it out. You'll get all the information you want to know about what's going on. And even the November shows, y'all, it's just crazy leading into December. But we're not talking about that today. We are here today because you guys are getting a Q&A with me. And let me just say, your questions you submitted were great. They were great, because sometimes I've had some Q&As where I wasn't able to answer some of the questions because they were pretty detailed. But these questions were questions that are going to be about my personal life, my personal relationship life, and even questions about life coaching and authoring, which is great because I love answering questions. Like I said, I love conversations. I believe that conversations are so powerful, especially when you understand that that's your superpower. And I want to ask you right now, what's your superpower? Comment below. Let me know what your superpower is. I know what mine is. My superpower might not be much definition right now, but the beginning of the year, I'm getting back in the gym. We'll see some definition. Okay, guys? That's one of the areas that I'm vowing to commit to bettering or improving in 2020 is my physical health. All right. So you're going to see more definition, but my superpower is conversations. It's the ability to speak to individuals or listen to individuals and them unlock the hidden treasures within themselves. Many times I don't have to unlock anything. I just have to lead you to the door, or lead you to where you've hidden the key, because the key is lodged inside of you too. You've just hidden the key. You've hidden it under a rug. You know, sometimes you have a spare key, you have a special place you put it or whatever. That's the same thing with your purpose. You have the key to it. I just have to help lead you or help guide you to where the key actually is. All right. So let's get to the questions, guys. All right. Now, what I did was we have 40 questions. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to all 40. I don't even know if you guys want me to get to all 40, but I'm going to answer as many as I can in the allotted time. I'm not going to go over an hour, okay? I like to keep these either 30 minutes to 45 to an hour or whatever. But hey, if you guys are willing to listen, I'm willing to answer. Here we go. As I said, there's 40 questions. I'm going to draw a number each time. That way I don't just go down the list and answer the questions. Add a little bit of excitement to it, I guess. All right, and we're going to start all the way down at the bottom. Well, not the bottom. around the middle at number 23. All right. In one sentence, how would you describe your previous year? Guys, this year has been great for me. So one of the ways I would describe it is it's been great. But what I really want to say is, man, it's only just begun. It's only just begun. And I'm going to allow everything that I desire to take place in my life. I'm going to allow it to do what it got to do. Do you hear me? Now, guys, sometimes you might see a little delay because my MacBook Pro is acting up, so it freezes sometimes. Just want to give you guys the heads up. I promise you I'll fill that space with whatever I need to fill it with. All right, the next question is number 15. All right, here we go. As a life coach, what specific areas do you focus on? All right, I believe that God called us to live a holistic life. I believe that wholeness is ours. And there will be some areas of your life that you may be stronger at. But I believe that if we will work on ourselves and work on the 7 core areas of our lives. I live off of those 7 core areas of our lives. Those 7 core areas are your personal life and social life. You know, I'm not going to go into details with these. I go into details in sessions about these. Your work life or your business life, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're an aspiring entrepreneur, your family life, your spiritual life, your money, your finances, all right? Your mind and your intellect, and your health. I just talked about that's one of my goals for 2020. If anybody asks me what's my goals, I really don't live according to that calendar or whatever, not waiting for a ball to drop. It just so happens that in January, I decided I'm going to get back into shape. I don't want to start now, guys, because I'm going on a cruise, and I'm probably going to eat whatever I want to eat. But that's going to be my last time being able to eat what I want to eat, all right? Does that answer your question? I hope it does. And guys, we have our first freeze of the day. That's right, our first freeze of the day. And it takes a couple. No, that we go already. We're ready, guys. We're ready. Number 14. How does one get unstuck? Good question. Great question. I'm telling you guys asked some great questions. First, you have to identify if you're actually stuck, or if you're just progressing in a direction that's pushing you farther from your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, or your purpose. The reality is some of us aren't stuck. We may be stuck in our mindset, because I'm going to be honest with you. One of the greatest things I had to overcome was my mindset and my mode of operation and how I view things that were taking place in the midst of my life. And when I allowed myself the freedom to think freely, not think freely, and to think beyond the point that I once allowed myself to think beyond, I realized I was not stuck. I was just progressing in a direction that was counterproductive to my purpose. Now, don't get it twisted. It's like an alternate route. Anybody ever travel and you miss your exit, and the one thing that your GPS says, recalculating route? Some of us, even though we were headed down, we're taking an alternate route and our GPS is saying recalculating route, some of us have toned it out. That's okay. But now listen to it so that you can get on the best track that's for you, because there's many tracks that can lead to your destination, but you want to make sure. I know with me, there's been times in my life where my finances have been tight. So when I travel, when I put it in my GPS, one of the things I put in is either the least amount of tolls or no tolls at all. And that affects my time, that affects the route that we're going to take, and all of those things. That's how it is with our personal lives as well, and with our purpose. There are things that are components that we are entering into the GPS system that are determining the route that we take. And I want to ask you, Are you allowing yourself to take the best route on today? All right. Hopefully that answers your question. Let's get down here to number 34. All right. Number 34 says, what does a successful relationship look like to you? I believe this is a complex question, but I'm going to answer it as generally as I can, okay? And to me, a successful relationship is a relationship where two individuals, if we're talking from that sense, so if we're talking about any type of relationship or friendship, where each person or those who are involved are respectful of the other person. They are respectful of the other person's areas of strength in the other areas that they need to grow in. They are respectful of who they are and who they are becoming. And because of that respect, it creates an atmosphere where the individuals are able to grow and be who they are and be more productive individually, and then in turn be more productive as a unit. So I would say a successful relationship is laced in respect. And if you can lace it in the foundation of respect, and then there's not just communication, but there's understanding or a desire to understand or a desire to comprehend, man, I was going to say the sky is the limit, but there's no limits to the possibility of that relationship, okay? Number 36. All right. How does one discover the purpose? I've answered this in a variety of ways. I share my personal testimony. It's on my YouTube page. Go to YouTube, type in Clifton Pettyjohn. You're going to find it, I think, under the inspirational videos where I tell you how my purpose kind of found me. All right. But one of the ways I would answer today as I was thinking about it and meditating on this very question, preparing for today, is I'm going to say sometimes we need to slow down and listen and observe. Slow down, listen to our life lessons, listen to some of the things we are experiencing. Slow down and observe where we are. There will be signs everywhere. Sometimes we're looking for great, big, catastrophic signs, and there are small signs that are everywhere that will not just help you understand your purpose, but sometimes will help lead and direct you in the next step of your purpose. All right? Let's keep going here. Number 19, if I confuse you on any question as well, or if you want a more elaborate answer, that's fine. We can set up a personal time to talk. Like I said, I'm a conversationalist. I love it. You can schedule it through my website and we can go from there. All right. Dine in or eat out. That depends. Am I cooking or not? I don't like to cook. Can I cook? Yes, I can. Do I like to cook? Absolutely not. I like to be cooked for. If you can cook. If you can't cook, stay out the kitchen. Let's go out and get something to eat. All right. All right, here, number 29. Everybody okay? I hope so. What really makes you angry? I think the thing that makes me really angry is seeing people disrespected or mistreated. I hate to see that. I hate to see people bullied. I hate to see people made to feel as if they're not enough or they're less than other people because of their present circumstance that they're in or the present situation they're in. Guys, here's what I've learned in life. Sometimes you have to learn how to really, all the time you need to be humble, because we are just one decision away from being at what we have classified as a disadvantage. So that's one of the things that really angers me, is that we don't learn. I think we miss out on a lot of opportunities and possibilities and blessings that certain people could be in our lives because we disrespect who they are. All right, we good? Let's move along to number 30. What is the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Ha! Come on, Zion. I guess I got to play first, right? Excuse me. Now, what I'm going to say is going to seem cliche, but those who know me know I'm not lying. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm tithing. I'm paying my tithe and my offering. I'm sowing straight off the top. Not because I believe that I'll be cursed with a curse, but out of relationship. And I always talk about tithing from the sense of, I'm not teaching. I was going to start to teach. You want to hear my philosophy on tithing? Hit me up. We can have a conversation about that. But that's the first thing I'm going to do. Then I'm going to contact my lawyers. And I'm going to say, I was going to say lawyer, but I'm probably going to need a team of lawyers and financial advisors, because I believe in investing. Excuse me. In investing. And I probably would do a lot of investing in real estate. And then from that, hey, listen, I'm going to pull my family out of this thing. All right, let's go. Number 22. Are you guys bored? I hope you aren't bored already. We just started, guys. We just started. All right. What or who are you grateful for? I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for strength. I'm grateful for my eyes. Anybody knows me, you know I went through a lot, or I've gone through a lot with my eyes. And I'm really grateful for them because I realized that it could have went a different way. But I'm most grateful for my family, mi familia, and for my team. I thank you. I'm grateful for those who support me, but I'm also grateful for those who don't always support me, because that keeps pushing me and motivating me, and it keeps me humble enough to know that regardless of how great God is in you, stay humble, baby. All right, let's go. Number 35. Sorry, guys. Is a life coach an asset? Are they really an asset? Okay. Absolutely. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a life coach. Oh, guys. I just dropped all my numbers, so we're just going to have to go in order from here, okay? I don't say that just because I'm a life coach. But here's what I do say. Just like anything in life, what you're willing to put into it is what you're going to get out of it. I say this about my book often, and if you have not purchased my book, visit www.cliftonpettyjohn.com/transformation. There you're going to find a free preview of the book. Preview it. Read that preview. Apply that preview to your life. You're going to want to purchase the book. It's going to tell you all the outlets that you can purchase the book on, including purchasing directly through me. What's the benefit of purchasing directly through me? I put a little prophetic message in every book that is purchased through me. All right, here we go. So it's basically what I say about my book is I always guarantee I give a full money back guarantee if you prove to me that you didn't just read it, but you applied the principles, because it's in the learning and application that you will see the transformation that you desire. And sometimes people have said life coaches aren't assets because they haven't put much effort into it. They think they're going to come into a session and this person has this magical wand and they're just going to take and swing this magical wand and everything's going to change. No, there's some work that has to be put into it. So why a life coach? It's just like any other sport. You need a coach that's going to help give you the strategies, give you the tools, give you the techniques, push and motivate you along your way to help you develop the emotional memory, the physical memory or the muscle memory, the heart memory, the mind memory, whatever memory it is that you need, because sometimes we get distracted and we need people in our lives that aren't distracted by everything else that's going on that can help lead God and direct us along the path. So yes, we are an asset. But the reality is we can only be as much of an asset as we are allowed to be in the lives of those who come to us. All right, let's go. As a coach, how much are you willing to invest? I invest everything. I'm going to give you my all. I'm going to give you my all because I don't want any excuse to be able to be made that you could make saying that I limited your success, or I wasn't fully investing in it. There's only a certain amount of clients that I take at a time. I think it's 6 is my max. And the reason why is I want to make sure that I just don't keep acquiring and acquiring and acquiring and acquiring, and then I'm not able to be there fully in your circumstance or in your situation. So I'm going to give my all, and that's what I look for my clients to give as well. All right. What is it that you want to accomplish? Oh, okay. I don't know if they meant from life coaching. I think I'm taking the approach from life coaching. But for my personal life too, and this is what I want for my clients, I want us all to acquire wholeness in all core areas of our lives. I want us to live a balanced life of wholeness, and I want us to be able to leave a legacy that will last far beyond us, from generation to generation to generation to generation. I want to set up posterity for my family and my loved ones. That's my desire. That's why I do what I do. All right. What is the biggest challenge that you, what is the biggest challenge you've helped the client through? Grief. The loss of a loved one, the loss of someone that's close to them, divorce, and also re-entry for those who have felonies. Now, those who don't know my story, as I said, you can go right to YouTube. Everything is public. With me, I talk very adamantly about my felony and how I thought my life was over, and I didn't know what I was going to be able to do after that, because all of my work experience was in the state. It was in the school systems. And when I got my felony, you know, they do background checks. And although my felony wasn't anything that prohibited me from working with children, it was something that prohibited me from getting a state job to be able to work with them. And God brought favor, and I was with it, you know, able to still work in that function. But, you know, as it was time for me to move on, I didn't really handle that very well. So those are some of the things that I've experienced, and it has allowed me to help some of my clients be able to move on or move beyond it and take what they went through and experience success in life. All right. What do you love about coaching the most? Seeing people's lives transform, seeing a smile on people's face who felt as if there was no way, no hope, no how. That means the world to me. For them to know they're dreaming again. A dream is so powerful. The reality is, yes, we do need to wake up and start to put some application to that dream. But if you lose the dream, even when you wake up, there's nothing for you to put application to. So I always love that when we're sitting and we're talking and ideas are being sparked inside of them, and it's not me giving them fresh ideas. I may give them strategies to implement ideas that have been lodged inside of them since their childhood. But when I see those things, the lights go off and the memory of those things, and they begin to remember, oh, this is what I was on track to do, and I still can do this. That means the world to me. Why? Because I was at a place where I didn't understand what my purpose was, while yet fulfilling a portion of my purpose. Because I believe that our purpose is complex. There are so many layers to our purpose, or dimensions to our purpose. Sometimes we box it in. And if you're going to talk about it, I believe that, as I said, purpose is dimensional. And sometimes you need to label it as purpose is to understand it in the full sense, because sometimes we'll lock ourselves into one thing and we won't be able to reap the full benefit of who we are, or people won't be able to reap the full benefit of who we are. All right. Number 5, why did you decide to become a life coach? To be honest with you, I've really been doing it for years. I'm the person a lot of people come to for advice, for direction, for understanding, for prophetic counsel. I was sitting down talking to one of my advisors. They talked to me about life coaching. I never really thought about it. And they were like, well, why don't you research it? Researched it, boom, fell in love with it. Here I am. All right. When is the What Now book coming out? I was waiting for that question. Guys, I sat down with my therapist and I realized that the reason why I was writing the book, my motives for writing the book were wrong. And here's what I mean. I was only writing it because I was being told by individuals that I should have a second book out by now. Then I was seeing other people put out their books. So I felt like, oh man, I got to rush this thing. Not going to rush it. It's going to come out. It's going to be amazing. It's good. You'll understand why it had to wait, but you can look for it. I'm going to say early, mid next year, okay? All right. Number 7. We're not reading the numbers because we were all over the place. What advice would you give to your 21-year-old self? This was submitted by a great young man, guys. He's an artist on Facebook. I'm going to put he's an artist. But I started following him on Instagram. And the reason why I was following him is because him and one of his best friend has such a positive aura about them, a vibe about them, and been through a lot of challenges, but he's continuing to press and become successful. And voice is crazy, yo. His voice is crazy. But what I would say, just do it. You're 21. You have nothing holding you back. There are no limits except for the limits that you've created in your mind, whether those limits were created from conversations you had with yourself or conversations you've had with others or environmental situations that you've been around or those that you've looked to as mentors or big brothers or big sisters or whoever you've looked at and you've basically limited your life based upon theirs. Take those limits off and just do it. Do it scared, do it not understanding, and also take advice from others, but don't let advice from others be the thing that holds you back from doing the thing that's burning on the inside of you. Begin to trust your gut. Begin to trust that still small voice inside of you. Why? Because that is the Creator speaking to you. That is what the part of you that he created inside of you that's connected to him saying, yo, let's go do it. And guess what? Even if you do it and you're not successful, I'm not going to say that. Even if you do it and you don't get the outcome that you wanted, you still have the lesson that you learned and the experience from it. One of the things that I wish I had did, because when I was younger, I was just scared to do anything that went against the norm. I was. I wish I had a lot more of, yeah, I tried it and it didn't work out, or I tried it and it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, as opposed to, man, I really wish I had tried that when I was 16 or 17 or 18 or 19 or 20. Yo, live your life to the fullest. Live your life to the fullest. Take care of your responsibilities, but live your life to the fullest. All right, here we go. What do you have lined up for 2020, y'all? So many great things that we're working on as far as with the radio show. I want to get into TV, guys. As I said, the book is coming. We got some speaking engagements that we're finalizing, some ministry and business projects. Just stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned and stay up to date on my website, www.cliftonpettyjohn.com. It's going to give you all the information of everything that we have coming up. Am I ready for the new year? Those who may not know me, my new year starts during Rosh Hashanah. So I'm already into my new year. Am I ready for 2020? Absolutely, especially for my clients. I want to see some great things in their lives. I want some new clients, y'all. If you're interested, definitely hit me up and let's talk, all right? Who is God to you, man? This question, I ask this question now on my radio show at the end of every radio show because I love to hear people communicate who God is to them. If I'm not going to give you a long drawn out answer, I'm going to say that God is my rock. He is my foundation. He is my everything. He is my source. He is the one that has been there for me. He is who I'm working to rep to the fullest. So I say he's my rock. All right. Now, here we go. Here's a good question. I'm sure some of you, apparently somebody wanted to know because they asked, are you gay? Are you gay? Of course I'm happy. I'm always happy. You don't see this smile on my face? Look at this $1 million smile. But if you are asking about my romantic orientation or my affectional orientation, yes, I am same gender loving. All right. Are you in a relationship with the Most High? But other than that, no, I am divorced. But right now I am single. All right, here we go. What is your type? That's a complex question, a very complex question, but I'm going to sum it up because I can go on and on about this too. I am a sapiosexual. And what I mean by that is, what stimulates me is intelligence and conversation. Sex, you can get from anybody. However, stimulate my mind. Let's talk about our dreams, our hopes, our vision. Let's talk about our 5-year plan. Let's talk about how we want to make ourselves better and how we want to make this world better. All right. As a life coach, we already did that one. What specific areas? Let's go here. What is the biggest obstacle you have faced and had to overcome in your own life? I'll say 2. I mentioned one already, but the death of my mother. My mother was the rock of our family. She was my best friend. I felt like at times she was the only one that honestly understood me or cared enough to understand me. So that was rough for me to overcome. And then living life with the felony. Because if anybody knows me, I've never been in any trouble with the law other than speeding tickets. But that was like a wake-up call for me. It really was. It was a big wake-up call for me. And I didn't think that life would begin until I had got it pardoned. But then I realized in the middle of it that God has a greater testimony of me learning how to live with it or live in spite of it and not allow it to control me. I talk about that a little bit in my book as well, too. All right. What frustrates you the most about clients? Now, I want you to hear this answer because I don't want you to think that I'm frustrated with the client. I'm not frustrated with the client. I am frustrated with a mentality, and I can say I face this same mentality myself, and that is the mentality of the status quo. Sometimes in my efforts to communicate with my clients, I have the ability to see big pictures. I'm a seer, okay? My function as a prophet in the not just the body of Christ, but in the world. So when you talk to me, it's as if I'm seeing. Even though we could be talking about anything, I still can see you exercising in some things. So if I throw some things out to you, sometimes fear and apprehension will begin to kick in. And I know that because it does it with me as well, even with me talking to myself. So I get it. But it's that mentality that we've bought into that many times has been released to us or told to us, and we feel as if we can't break past that glass ceiling. That's probably the most frustrating thing. And again, I don't direct it towards the client. I just direct it towards that mentality. But there's hope beyond it, and I've seen it break off of me. Now, granted, sometimes I do revisit that mindset, but the great thing about it is I no longer reside there. I don't take residence there. I visit every now and then, and it's a lot more space between the visits now. So you may continue to struggle in the area with some of those thoughts, but the more that you allow yourself to reside outside of there, the more you realize how great the possibilities are in your life. All right. So number 18, favorite sports teams. Let's start baseball. College, Florida State. All right. Pros, New York Yankees. Is there even another team? And some of you might be hating because we didn't win the World Series. They're still my team, though. All right. Football, my Dallas Cowboys. And in college, don't really watch college football like that, but I do like Bama a little bit. All right. Basketball, the Duke Blue Devils. Who else? And the Los Angeles Lakers. But now I kind of added the Pelicans as a team too, because the majority of the Lakers got traded to the Pelicans last year, and I'm a Lonzo Ball fan, and Josh Hart as well, and BI, because BI went to where? Duke. So I follow them as well now too. All right. Do you offer online coaching? Of course I do. Visit www.cliftonpettyjohn.com/ Coach Clifton. There's going to give you the option to set up a complimentary call. That first call is complimentary. We discuss what it is you're looking for, and then I sit down with you to let you know if I'm able to even help you. But I guarantee you from that conversation, I will help you from the initial conversation. Even if I can't be the one that helps you long term, I can help direct you in the area of someone who can. All right, let's keep going. What are you most afraid of? Or what is your biggest fear? Honestly, somebody needing me and not being able to get a hold of me. That grips me sometimes. I used to have a problem turning my phone off, especially at nighttime. I'm working on that, but that is one of my biggest fears, honestly. Next question. In one sentence, how would you, already did that one. What is your definition of success? Success is simply setting a goal, regardless how big or how small, and accomplishing that goal. You set that goal. Today, my goal was to record this video. When this video goes off, I was successful. Bam. Beautiful. Tomorrow, my goal will be to edit this video. And that's not the only goals I set for the day, but I'm just giving an example. Bam, I get it edited. I have been successful. And sometimes you have to learn how to celebrate small successes so that it can build to something bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you gain momentum after momentum after momentum. And then boom, before you know it, it's to take over. All right. What relationships do you value the most, and why do you see them as important? I have to use the one example that I can right now. That's my relationship with the Creator, with the Most High. I personally feel that relationship keeps me grounded. All right. What is the first thing you notice about a person? All right. All right. So here's what I'm going to talk. I guess this kind of is like what catches my eye about people. The first thing that always catches my eye are people's eyes. I look at eyes. And the reason why I look at eyes, because sometimes I do feel like eyes are they're beautiful. I feel like there's so much volume in your eyes because I feel like your eyes tell a story. And I know that the eyes are the gateway to the soul. So when I look at you, I want you to look me face to face for one thing. And I know some people struggle with that, and not everybody that can't look you face to face is sneaky. Some people just are dealing with, things within themselves to feel like they can't look people eye to eye. Or some of them just don't want you to see the pain that's inside of them. But I like to look at your eyes because your eyes always tell a story. They always tell a story. And I look at teeth. I look at teeth and I look at your smile. Why do I look at teeth and a smile? Because I love pretty teeth and I love a radiant smile. That's real talk. Now, spiritually, I look at your energy. I want to know if I can vibe with you. And I usually can tell from our first encounter if I'm going to be able to vibe with you, even if our first encounter is over the phone, through video, or on social media. I can tell if you're a person I can vibe with. And if I can't vibe with you, that doesn't mean you're not a good person. It just means that we're not on the same vibrations at that time. And I might not be able to vibe with you in this season, but the next season I may be able to vibe with you, or vice versa. All right. If you could have lunch with one person, alive or dead, who would it be? My mom. And the reason why is because I miss our conversations. I miss the time we spent together. I miss all of that. So it would be my mom. What is your favorite season and why? Spring. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right for me. I love spring weather. All right. Let's see here. What is your favorite holiday? Honestly, guys, I don't celebrate holidays. I honor the feast days or the holy days from the Bible. I do not celebrate holidays. All right. If you had to describe yourself in 5 words, what would those words be? And I actually wrote this answer down because I was like, man, I'm not going to remember 5 things. And I'll probably be struggling for 5 things. Here's what I believe I am. I believe I'm understanding. I believe I'm loving. I believe I'm crazy. I'm cray-cray. But I believe my cray-cray is in a good way. All right. Now, I do believe I can be cray-cray in not a good way. I've displayed that time and time before, too. But I believe that I've done what I need to do in order to display a good cray-cray. All right. I believe I'm determined, and I believe that I'm unique. Even though I used to fight that uniqueness, I've embraced it now, and that's how come you guys have me. Aren't you happy you have me? Maybe you're not, but guess what? I'm happy I have me. Aside from a necessity, what's one thing you could not go a day without? My phone. I'm always on my phone. I love my phone. It's my friend. What do you need in order to write a book? You guys ready? Because this is going to be deep for you. Let me take a drink here. The writing process is so complex. Here we go. You need a pen, a pencil, or a crayon and paper, okay? Or a laptop or a desktop, or an iPad or a tablet, or a phone with a note application, and an idea or a story. It's very simple to write. The problem is sometimes we get caught up in the other process of it. Yo, sit down, write your story, write your book, all right? No, and this person really must not know me and must not have followed me very long, or just didn't pay me any mind. And that's okay, because there's some people I don't really pay any mind. They wanted to know what my favorite movie is. Let's say it all together, those who know me. 2, 3. Love and basketball. Like, is there any other movie that can compare to that? One-on-one for what? Your heart. Yo, that just gets me every time. I might have to watch it today now that y'all brought that up. Yeah, I used to watch that almost every day, real talk. I love and basketball. Do you mentor? Absolutely. Visit my website, set up a call, we can talk. All right. And the last question. What is your ideal vacation? Y'all, Bora Bora. I want to go to Bora Bora, and that's going to take me a couple years to get there, unless some of you want to donate to my vacation fund. Or if you want me to go over there and do my radio show and you want to sponsor that trip, I'm open to it. I am open to it, guys. You just have to email me at cpventilates@cliftonpettyjohn.com. And we can set it up. But yo, hopefully you enjoyed this webinar, this Q&A. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. If you would like me to elaborate on any of the questions that I answered on today, do not hesitate to reach out to me, guys. If you need to sit down and have a conversation about your next year and about your life and about your purpose and about the direction that you're going in, or you just need somebody to listen to you talk, set it up, guys. www.cliftonpettyjohn.com/Coach Clifton. That's all you have to do. Set it up, get you a time, and get a date and a time from my calendar. We'll set it up and we can do video calls. We can do a regular call. If you're local, we can meet at Starbucks. We can go out and eat, or whatever we can do just to sit down and have that conversation so that we can get you on the right path, or, on a better route. I'm not going to say you're not on the right path. I'd rather say on a better route that's going to get you there and more efficiently. How about that? More efficiently. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all of your support and your love. Don't forget to check out all of our webinars if you missed them. www.cliftonpettyjohn.com/store. There, all of our websites, all of our webinars are listed. As I said, I'm going to try to get you guys 2 webinars in next month. I'm not going to make that promise. I promise you 1, because that's my commitment of that 12. That will be our 12th one, guys. We have been together and y'all been riding with me from the beginning, and I appreciate you and I love you. And that's why I did this special Q&A too, to make this a second complimentary one. This is the second complimentary one of the year, guys. So I just want you to know I appreciate all your love and support. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be strengthened. I want you to understand just how amazing and how awesome you are. And if you ever doubt whether you had purpose, understand that your purpose was here before you. God created your purpose before you came and manifested in this world. And there's a group of people that is waiting on you. There's a group of people that's being prepared for you. Allow the process to be unfolded. Allow yourself to go through the development stages you need to go through. And as I always say, create a great day, walk with purpose, and by all means, guys, execute your vision. Be blessed.